Peace, peace, and blessings, my loves. Grand rising, grand day, golden rising, rich rising, infinite rising, wherever you are in this lovely universe. Thank you for tuning into my channel, House of Black Obsidian. I am your lovely hostess, the High Priestess Oracle, the Oracle High Priestess, Oya Ajay. And I am doing readings for Cancers. And that could be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, or wherever you have Cancer in your chart, or maybe you don't have Cancer in your chart and you're cross-watching. Hello, cross-watchers. Either way, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment or two if the video resonates with you. If the video doesn't resonate, no worries, push it back. Put it on the table or push it back out into the universe for it to circle back around for another Cancer who may need the message, all right? Here it is. Soul's Journey deck, which is very interesting because literally every reading this week, as far as the Oracle deck, came from the Soul's Journey deck. I think except for the fire signs. But everybody else, this week, Spirit has selected the Soul's Journey deck. So there's some deep dive information that you guys need to do as far as tapping into your soul's journey. And this is definitely apparent for you Cancers. Anyway, I am using the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot to clarify the Oracle card and vice versa. All right, so getting right on in, you have empathy. Okay. And when I saw this, it says empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Now, Cancers, we all know that you guys are emotional people, but there is a huge difference between emotions and empathy. Emotions are a part of empathy, if that makes any sense. How can I break this down? Okay. Empathy occurs towards yourself or a person based on the emotional experience. So you can empathize with someone who is hurt, sad, maybe even angry, okay? Empathy is referring to the thoughts and feelings that someone or you may be having. Empathy is catching the energy in motion and realizing and being self-aware of what that is, but then not even that, just being able to feel the emotions of another. But anyhow, I say that to say that, again, there's a big, huge difference between emotions and empathy. And Cancers, you guys are very emotional people. However, you can be not so empathetic, even though you think you are being empathetic because you're being emotional. Some of you need to work on your empathy with others. But the empathy that you have with yourself can become, it's a fine line between feeling sorry for yourself and woe is me and a victim mentality versus empathizing with the situation and finding a solution. As far as the tarot deck, you have the Ace of Swords, the Strength card, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. And I say all of this about the empathy and the emotions is because you have been blocking your blessings. You are in a new space where you have a lot of opportunity and a lot of good things that are coming from you. But if you're so evolved in this woe is me victim mentality, you're going to miss these opportunities and they're not going to come around again. Okay. So you choose, you stay stuck in this emotional woe is me martyred mentality, or you strike a new fire up your ass, okay, and get with the fucking program, Cancer. You need to show your strength right now, and there's strength in your weakness, which there's strength in your emotions, but you need to be able to balance those out to be able to create the magic that you need to move forth with the things that are coming in, and they're coming in very, very quick. You're being called to drop, like I said, this mentality of everything is happening to you and not for you. You are stuck in the past, and it's preventing you from moving forth in the present and moving forth with what you need to do. You need to let go of some people, places, and things in order to really step up to the plate, and step into your space of knowing. Right now, you don't even believe that you have the gumption to um, accomplish what you want to accomplish because you're stuck in this woe is me, feel sorry for me, this person did this to me. So what? Things happen. Get the fuck over it. And I mean that in the most loving way, because you're only self sabotaging and holding yourself back from moving forward because you're so worried about what happened and what was instead of being present in the moment. Spirit's been trying to get your attention for quite some time right now. So because you're in this Ace of Swords, in this new beginning energy, they're giving you another chance at it. Are you going to fuck it up based off of your emotions, or are you going to tap into the strength of your weakness and allow that to light your fire and propel you forward in this particular time that you need? It says, how can you show up for yourself and wield your power? Trust that you are aligned. Trust that you are aligned for your higher self, and the universe will be offering you opportunities to fast track your manifestations. Do not hesitate as these opportunities present themselves, lest you be left waiting for the next crown to appear. And it's time for evolution of self. Let shedding and growth begin. The suit of the swords represents the element of air, action, decision, and new ideas. The difficulties we may face are the patterns and people we should shed for the sake of self evolution. People, places, and things. Thoughts, feelings, actions that you need to shed from your past in order to move forward. But I get a sense of the people that you are surrounding yourself with have not been giving you the best advice, and you're constantly seeking these people's advice and their approval. How do I say this? So they have your best intentions at heart, but it's only in a space in a way that benefits them. So their attention and support for you is one-sided because they know at the end of the day that what you're doing is going to eventually benefit them. And they're not telling you to do it because this is what you love or this is what your passion is. They're only looking at it from a one-sided perspective of how things are going to benefit them, which is why they continue to encourage you. However, if you notice things aren't working out because you keep going back and asking for support and um, guidance from these same people, and if you haven't figured out by now, they're not really guiding you into the right space where you need to be. This is where you need to have strength and courage within yourself versus others. Strength stands defiant, astride nature. She has mastered her environment by surrendering to it. She understands that our true inner power is a natural resource relying upon harmony. And Cancer, that's what you don't have. You're not harmonious on the inside or outside. The world within is the world without. The world without is the world within. Where some of you cancers seem very easygoing and humble, it has everything to do with your self-confidence and your self-esteem, which is why your belief in yourself and what you're doing is not where it needs to be, which is why you keep circling back to those same people to get the same wrong advice. And although you've been trying to mask that, it's very evident and very known that your confidence is shot, which is why you keep uh, having the same type of people circle around you or be around you, is because they can sense that vulnerability. And oftentimes they prey on that vulnerability to help push them forth while keeping you where you are. She could crush flowers to showcase her strength or pluck them from the earth, but instead she illuminates from within to elevate them all, becoming a part of the beauty of their environment. Strength stands confident before people who wish to conquer nature, her own and the true nature of our world. Her halo, the infinity symbol, reminds us of the cycles of life. Nature is the lion which we should not tame, but rather live with harmony. She does not need a place. She doesn't need to place her hands upon a creature, but rather upon herself as an act of healing and attention. And as you see, she is to me. It was like she's clutching her pearls. True strength comes from knowing thyself. Boom. I just said it. Some of y'all self-confidence is so fucking shot that you don't even believe that you can do and manifest what it is that you're being called to do. And knowing that we cannot change others. Our inner light is our strongest power. You trying to argue your point to change other people's perspective is you arguing with a brick wall. You can't change anybody. You can't change the way anybody thinks. You can't change their perspective. The only thing you can do is change self of how you choose to react or respond to it. No one is going to give you the strength and the gumption that you need to move forth except for yourself. So you need to tap within yourself and light the fire up under your own ass at this moment. The Queen of Fire walks the earth surrounded by her companions. A perched raven watches her as a cat eye cat eyes its A perched raven watches her as a cat eyes it. Oh, okay. I'm like, what? The cat is watching the crow. Okay. Or the raven. The lion stands stoic in the background, staring back at where their group has come from. Our queen proceeds with confidence, her staff lighting the way, and a crown of flames adoring her head. She looks over her shoulder to gaze upon the kingdom she has built and manifested along her way. Her journey continues, but she now understands the cycles of trials and tribulations and how to transcend them with grace, beauty, passion, and power. This is the space that you need to step into. She creates her own path, and now others can follow. The raven represents introspection, courage, and transformation. The cat and the lion represent a balance between the primal and wild, domesticated, tame self. Referring back to the moon card with the dog and the wolf, this card donates a time of integration from lessons from the past and earned confidence being realized. Now is the time to trust yourself and the intuition of access that is unfolding forward with the energy of the divine feminine channeling through you. Keywords of fortitude, energy, autonomy, integration, light your fire, and the fire of others. And then you have the Eight of Wands, and you need to do this in a very hasty fashion. Eight of Wands is typically a call to action, call to making a swift decision. Things are heading in a certain direction. There's a lot of movement in a certain direction, so you better catch wind of it or be left behind in a certain extent. This card of motion, transportation, and communication, all things go. The Eight of Wands are moving forward toward with leaves of fire upon them. They appear suspended in time for us to convey that the opportunity to engage is now. There's a swiftness and urgency surrounding a situation or relationship. Let yourself be carried by the flow instead and trust where it will lead. That's part of your problem too, Cancer, is you are so scared and fearful of the unknown because you don't know where that's going to take you. Feel the rhythms of the velocity of the pace, your path. Don't doubt yourself now. It may feel too fast, but the time is divining, so enjoy the ride while it lasts. Because it ain't gonna last for long. I was shuffling the deck a minute ago while I was talking, and the Seven of Swords popped out. And what you see here is she's conquered some people, places, and things. There's 2 swords stuck in the ground, but she has in her hand 5 swords total. So you've come up with a strategy in order to accomplish what you need to accomplish. And in that time of you accomplishing what you need to accomplish and being your own hero, you are able to come out on the other side, defeat those problematic emotions that you've had, the lack of self-confidence, okay? Excuse me. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. You don't truly understand others' motivations if you haven't lived their lives and seen the world through their eyes. It is so easy to judge another person's behavior matched up against your own and label it as right or wrong. But you are missing an important part of the equation, the other person's history and personal path. We are all sparks of the divine with a purpose here in the physical dimension, and we can all exert our free will. Some of us have lost our way along the path to love, and it is a human reaction to judge others before examining their inner journey through their eyes with compassion. Your job is not to judge, your job is to love and understand. And honestly, you don't even have to do that. You don't have to understand. Your job is to love and move on from the situation. You are so stuck on whatever the situation is with a prior person in a relationship or something. You've been stuck long enough, and I just heard over it. Like I said earlier, get over it and move forward. The only person you are hurting is yourself because you're holding yourself back from staying in this space of a victim mentality. So either you're going to choose to move forward, or like the Ace of Swords said, you're going to miss this opportunity. That completes my messages for my Cancers. All right. I really hope that next week this message is different, because this is 2 weeks in a row of the same type of message where you're still hanging on to what was instead of being appreciative of the present and moving forward. So whoever harmed you in the past, those people, places, and things did a fucking number on you. You need to release it, okay? You need to go through an excavation process, all right? So clearing from the inside out. All right, that completes my messages for Cancers, and that could be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, or wherever you have Cancer in your chart, or maybe you don't have Cancer in your chart and you're cross-watching for a Cancer. Either way, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment or two if the video resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate, put it on the table or push it back out into the universe for another Cancer. But thank you for tuning into my channel, House of Black Obsidian. I am your lovely hostess, the High Priestess Oracle, the Oracle High Priestess, Oya Ajay, and Ashe.